Turn up the volume. Welcome to another Mindset Breakthrough Day with Sandra Bravo. I am your host in Gold Coast of Australia. It may be morning for you if you're in Europe, afternoon if you're in Asia or Australia. Today is day 2 of UPW Virtual with Tony Robbins, which I am doing from the comfort of my home with my loved ones, including Chloe, my puppy. You can see her here sitting on my lap, and I don't have to wear big jackets and jumpers and blankets like you would normally have to do if you're in a physical event in a seminar room with Tony, because he needs a room really, really cold. And while he is fine, all of us are freezing. But when you're doing your PW virtual from the comfort of your home, you don't need that. You can just be wearing your sleepers, be comfortable, have your food ready, and you can share it with your loved ones. I want to share with you a very quick little video. I'm going to share my screen of my daughter doing the wood breakthrough. Alana is only 13. It was amazing. Like, she now feels like so confident and on top of the world. Let me just show you very quickly because I thought it was such a cool experience. Let's see which one I have. I'll play this one first. Okay, so I'll move this out of the way. And here we go. How cool is that? That's Tony preparing us for the woods break. And here it continues. Let's see. Okay, let me see if I can share. Oops. The one where she is breaking the woods. 2 seconds. Here we go. Check it out. The crazy mom, all right? Super energetic, cheering for her because I thought it was amazing. You know, this is my 3rd time doing UPW, and this one is a virtual one, and it is life-changing. And to be able to do it with your kids, you know, the very first one I did with Tony Robbins was 10 years ago, and I always thought, oh my God, I love to bring my girls to do this with me, but they were very little. So now that Alana is a teenager and her sister will be doing it soon as well, but it's only 10. But you know what? This is the gift of the pandemic. When we focus on the good things that we're getting from it, all of the quality time that we're spending with our loved ones, and now you get the opportunity to have your loved ones doing the personal development, the work on the psychology, on the mindset with you from the comfort of your home with the one, the only, the legend, the man, Tony Robbins himself. And it's okay. Don't feel like you're missing out. I know I'm doing it. This is day 2. I'm doing it, but you know, don't worry. You can still get your ticket for October, which is 22nd, 25th October. Get your ticket at bringthefreedom.com. Give yourself the gift of this opportunity that the universe is putting right in front of you for a reason. Things happen for a reason, and I want to share with you today. So today is day 2. Tomorrow is my birthday. I get to spend day 3 of UPW Virtual with Tony Robbins and some amazing like-minded individuals around the world. It's like 11,000 of us. Most of us are in Australia. The one in October, there's going to be a bunch of Europeans and South Americans and, you know, Asia as well, because it's a more comfortable time zone for everyone. And, you know, it's a live 360-degree experience, and give yourself the gift because you never know when the universe puts an opportunity like this on your lap ever again. So let me tell you, today I want to talk to you about the science of achievement. The science of achievement. So share with me your name, where you're watching from, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching the recording afterwards. I always go back to look at the comments and individually reply to you and acknowledge you. So get something to write on, get a notebook and your pen, so you can write down the 3 secrets that Tony Robbins shared with us about the science of achievement. The science of achievement, if you condense, as he said, you know, if you were to condense the 43 years that he's been doing this, because ever since he was a teenager, he was obsessed with figuring out how the human mind works, what makes us do what we do, why some people can become high achievers and successful and be happy and fulfilled and love, and why some others cannot, or why some achieve success but then they're miserable, or etc., etc. And so he decided to model all of these people. I mean, put it this way, he interviewed, I think, 51 self-made billionaires with a B. He interviewed 51 self-made billionaires, and I think he said only 4 or 6 of them, I can't remember the exact number, were actually happy and fulfilled. The other ones were centered in the high achievement, forgetting about the fulfillment. And Tony Robbins always says, success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. And so we need to take care of both and be careful that we're taking care of both, right? We want the success and the fulfillment alongside, which is why you want to be doing something that you love, something that you're passionate about, something that is your natural talent or gift, because the fulfillment comes from the joy and satisfaction you get from helping others utilizing your gifts. So sciences of achievement, write it down. These three secrets that Tony Robbins shared with us. Number 1 is focus. The power of having absolute clarity and commitment on what it is that you want. Being precise, being specific. He says successful people, they have visualized the dream so many times in a way that is so vivid that they can feel it, see it, smell it so much that all of a sudden the nervous system no longer knows if it's true or not. And so it feels it as if it's real, and that's how they end up materializing it into their lives. But what happens when you're not even clear, when you're not focused on what it is that you want? Well, the universe can't bring the money, right? If the waiter or the waitress comes to you at the restaurant and they ask what you want, and you just go, I don't know, something hot, because I'm a little cold today, so a nice hot meal would be lovely. Well, there are many things that can bring you on the table, right? They can bring you a soup, they can bring you a spicy meal, they can bring you anything, and then you'll be like, oh, that's not what I wanted. So why? Because you were not clear, you were not specific about what it is that you wanted. You couldn't even visualize it. But when you know, oh my God, I really feel like this prawn meal, a prawn soup with a bit of chili and perhaps some crystal clear noodles or whatever, when you're clear, then the waiter can't mess it up, because it will know to bring you exactly what you're after, right? So that's number 1, the power of absolute clarity and commitment. Be precise, be specific. Write it down as many times as you can on your journal, every morning, every night, because the more you write it, the more clear you become. You go to another layer. I know it happens for me. I write like I want this, and then the next day I have more clarity, so I can write it more precise and deeper, right? So focus on what you want, be clear and precise. All right, that's number 1. Number 2, take massive action. Take massive action. You can sit there and see and visualize your dream all day long if you want, but it's not going to drop out of the sky, okay? So once you become very clear, you're precise and specific on what you want, the next step is to take massive action. Get off, go for it, put your fear aside, learn to dance with the fear. You can't get rid of the fear. We all have fears. The most successful people in the planet have fears. Oprah has fears. Tony Robbins have fears, right? But they still do it. They feel the fear and do it anyway. Because the more that you try to pull away from the fear or to battle with it, the more it will resist and it will get on the way. But if you learn to dance with the fear and use that energy of the fear to propel you forward, it makes a big difference. So you take massive action. Now, Tony has condensed his 43 years of doing this, right, into what are the most specific things that works, because he knows, because he's done it with millions of people over 100 countries all over the world for 43 years. So he knows the workings of our human brain. And so he's condensing all of these years so that you don't have to go trial and error trying to figure it out for yourself. and he's giving you like the simple recipe, just do it, right? So by taking massive action, what happens? Is it always gonna work? This is effective execution, okay? Well, no. So if it's not working, what do? Do you stop taking action? No, you just change your strategy or your approach until you get what you really want. I love the analogy that he shares. Let me just get the cable from my computer because it's running low and I don't want it to die right in the middle of this. So I'm just gonna plug it in very quickly. There we go. So I don't have to stress about it dropping in the middle of our special moment. All right, thank you for your patience. So I love the analogy that he says, okay? If you're taking massive action and it's not working, you're not getting the results, you don't quit. That's the worst thing you can do. You just change your approach, change your strategy, do something different, and you keep changing that approach or that strategy until you get the results, my friend. So I love this. How long would you give a baby until he or she starts walking? Would you give the baby 6 months and the baby keeps crawling and banging his head and keeps crawling because he can't get up and walk straight and steady? Do you go, you know what? That's it. You're not a walker. This is never going to work. Of course not, do you? So you just let the baby keep going and encourage the baby and get excited with the baby until the baby starts walking, right? That's how you and me and everyone else in the world learn to walk. So it's the same with taking massive action, effective execution. If it's not working, don't keep doing the same thing over and over again. If you don't get the results, just change approach, change the strategy, learn from someone who's done it. So the recipe that Tony Robbins gives you to condense, to take a shortcut is model someone who has already done it successfully. Model someone who has already done it successfully. So instead of banging your head against the wall with no results, just go and find someone who has already done successfully, succeeded at what you want, and then you model them. They become your role models because that is a massive shortcut that will save you years condensed into a shorter amount of time because they've already did all the trial and error. They already know what doesn't work rather than you trying to figure out for yourself, right? And number three, I'm going to call it grace. Whatever you believe in, whether you're a spiritual person or not, whether you believe in God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, is grace. There is something else out there bigger than you. And so the more that you appreciate what you have, where you're at, who you have become, the more that you're going to be in flow. Have you ever had one of those moments where you're doing something, you're saying something and you go, damn, that was me? And you're impressed, right? That's because you were aligned and grace was with you and your heart and your brain were in coherence. And so you were in flow. I know for me, it happens so often at my ladies retreats or, you know, when I'm teaching and speaking on stages where I'll start to take, you know, shares from my audience, from my participants. And then I just feel like I'm being channeled, knowing exactly where to take them next, how to lead them, what to say. And, you know, sometimes at the end of it, I go, wow, where did that come from? That was, you know, a higher power. That was the spirit. That was grace. And that's because I'm in flow. And that's when I know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing in this lifetime. That's where I know that I'm on purpose, that I'm living into my life purpose, and that I'm utilizing my gifts and my natural talents to help and empower others, to make a difference, to change someone else's life. And that's when, you know, the grace and the universe is aligned with me to guide me, for me to say and do things that I go, wow, where did that come from? I'm impressed with myself, right? But that's a great sign of, you know what? I'm exactly in the right place at the right time, doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And I am utilizing that gift, that passion, that purpose to make a difference in somebody else's life. And that's why I'm in flow. So let me recap it for you very quickly. The science of achievement. Focus on what you want. The power of absolute clarity and commitment. Be precise, be specific. Number 2, take massive action, effective execution. If what you're doing doesn't work, change your strategy, change your approach, and keep changing it until it works, until you get what you really want. And the quickest way to condense this is to model someone who has already succeeded at the very thing that you want to do. And number 3, grace. Appreciate every moment of the journey. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Appreciate it all so that you can be aligned with your higher power and you can be in flow. Oh my God, I hope you enjoyed that, because that's such a magical gift. And you know what? That was only day 1. We still have 3 more days to go with Tony Robbins himself. And don't worry, I'm not trying to brag or show off that I'm doing it. And you know, you're still on time. Get your ticket for the 22nd to the 25th of October to do UPW virtual from the comfort of your home with your loved ones, to finally unleash yourself and take your life to the next level and manifest the life of your dreams. Go for it, my friend. Get your ticket now. Hesitance equals pain. And that has shown up so many times in my life. Every time I hesitate about making a decision, it converts into pain. I have a friend who, she knew she was going to go to UPW virtual right now for so long, but hesitated, left it to the last minute. The night before UPW started, calls to get her ticket. Guess what? Now she didn't get her pack in the mail, because you get your pack in the mail, your swag bag with your book and your piece of wood for your breakthrough exercise and all of your emojis and all of your goodies, right? So the sooner you register, the more likely you're going to get it on time. And guess what? Right now, Success Resources is gifting you the expense of shipping the swag bag to you. So when you go and get your ticket now at bringthefreedom.com, you're going to get your swag bag with all of your goodies for free anywhere you are in the world. But you have to hurry up, because if you do it too late, guess what? There's no time. You know, right now with the pandemic, the mail, the courier services, everything is delayed because of so many restrictions, especially across borders and countries and etc. So the sooner you do it, the more likely you're gonna get your pack in the mail so that you complete, you have your swag bag to have the transformation of a lifetime. Get your ticket. I look forward to seeing you 22nd to the 25th of October. Bringthefreedom.com. Unleash the power within. Virtual live 360 experience with Tony Robbins. On behalf of Success Resources, who always brings you the best of the best, Tony Robbins and myself, Sandra Bravo, signing off from Gold Coast of Australia. Have an amazing weekend, and I look forward to seeing you next week, same place, same time. Until then, my friend, live with passion.